Hey, what's going on, guys? Jay Will here again at Veteran Nerd Review. Getting ready to do my first ever G.I. Joe Classified figure review on the G.I. Joe Classified series Heavy Artillery Roadblock. And man, I gotta say, this is an awesome figure. Super excited to have him. I do have all three versions of Roadblock, but they do look so different from each other that you could kind of pretend they're three different characters. So, pretty happy and excited to have all three. This one I definitely had to have because it looks like super realistic as opposed to its other variations or versions and whatnot. Yeah, this guy is pretty much like the whole epitome of why I joined the army. Just looking at this imagery right here, just like why I joined. But anyway, yeah, guys, if you go ahead and hit the like button and comment for me or subscribe for me anyway, so that way you guys can be looped in on all the deals and the raffle program I'm getting ready to implement here in a little bit, hopefully like next month or two. And yeah, let's go ahead and get to it, guys. Take him off his stand right here. Slide it out the way. Yeah, just this big old gun right there kind of throws his weight off a little bit. So yeah, big old machine gun. I don't even know if it really qualifies as a minigun because it's so big. But yeah, let's start with the packaging here. Got some G.I. Joe Classified packaging right there. Nice big window front. Got some artwork right there to the side of Roadblock. G.I. Joe Classified series. Heavy Artillery Roadblock. Got some blowing up artwork right there on the side. Some more artwork of the series, pretty much. Yeah, how the characters and whatnot of the G.I. Joe franchise right there in the back. But hopefully we're getting ready to get all of them. For the most part, I do believe we have most of the characters that are depicted right here. So yeah. Now if only HasLab can maybe start giving us some tanks and some actual, like, more vehicles and whatnot. There it goes. I already did mention before in my previous video that I did already fund the HasLab his tank. Got some right there on the side, some symbology right there. Different, I guess, MOSs and job groups or whatnot, or whatever skills that he has, whatnot, weights, artillery, cannons and whatnot. But yeah, no read-ups or anything like that for the G.I. Joe Classified series. So yeah, this is number 28. That's it for the packaging. Let's take a close look at this guy. Straighten him up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and take his cannon down because it's so heavy it's throwing his balance off. Yeah. Now he does have a kung fu grip almost, like the old G.I. Joe figures. And the blast effect right here does not come with the figure. It is a Valaverse blast effect. So I just took it, borrowed, and plugged it right in. I'm gonna take it off right now. And you're gonna stand him up a little bit. Yeah, nice musculature going, nice detail. Love the coloring, color schemes and everything of the figure. All right, let's go ahead and do some quick comparisons. Let's back him up a little bit so you guys can see. And first off, we're gonna throw in his variant that I've already had for a while. The first version of Roadblock to come out. Well, not necessarily the first one. The first one had like the different color powered up boots and whatnot deal, but they discontinued that version and they started doing these. But yeah, got that version of him. Let's go ahead and throw in Sergeant Duke Hauser. You can see how this guy kind of just like dwarfs Duke a little bit. He is, from appearances, looks like he's a little bit bigger than his first version, but not by a whole lot. Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe it's the helmet. Let's go ahead and take the helmet off. Yeah, he's still a lot bigger. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but yeah, whatever. It works. Another reason I can point out that you can say that these are different characters, even though they're supposed to be the same character. You have different facial hair, different height and sizes, whatnot. You can just say they're cousins. You can pretend one is Heavy Duty, the other one is Roadblock, because Heavy Duty and Roadblock are cousins, and they haven't given us a Heavy Duty figure yet. So yeah, let's go ahead and bring these guys out. A few more. Let's go ahead and bring in Destro, Snake Eyes from the Timber 2-pack. Bring these guys back out. And for a Marvel Legends figure, let's go ahead and throw in the, this is what I got close to me right now, the Endgame Scott Lang Ant-Man figure. So he does kind of scale fairly well with the Marvel Legends figures. But of course, he's a little bit bigger. He'd probably be more of a appropriate scale with like maybe a Thor character, one of those bigger guys. Yeah, and as far as accessories, he does come with, of course, his helmet that I just took off, and his minigun with the canister on the bottom that kind of slides off when the ammo comes out. And he comes with his sidearm. I want to say they kind of tried to mimic a Desert Eagle with this, but not really, not quite. Definitely like a little bit too long and whatnot, but yeah. And of course he has the nice looking holsters right there and the strap set up right there and everything, so it looks pretty good. Nice musculature. Like I said before, sculpting looks pretty good. Definitely a very fun looking figure. Of course they had to give him his big, egghead shape and everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and get down to brass tacks and see what this guy can do. Head does look up that far, so you get a pretty good range up, almost breakneck range. It'll focus for you guys. Looks down very far. His neck and head are on two different pieces right here. You have a neck joint right here in the center that moves on its own, so you can kind of you can really, I think, unpeg that. So I did it with another figure before, but yeah, that piece right there in the center kind of just rotates on its own. It's on its own almost ball joint type setup. So put the head back on. Side to side motion, of course, and of course the neck joint itself, like I mentioned before, can spin all the way around, so you get a great range of motion with the head and head tilt and everything. Shows him up to the side that far. He does have a slight butterfly joint. That far, forward that far. Goes all the way around, bicep swivel, double joint elbows that bend in that far. Wrist swivel, as well as up and down movement on the wrist. So you can get some pretty good grips right there on his cannon deal. He has an ab crunch that crunches back that far. Crunches forward that far. It does have the added benefit of a diaphragm joint towards the bottom, like where the waist cut would be on a Marvel Legends figure. It's a diaphragm joint, so you do get like a nice good wobble right there. Get some nice good tilt and rotation, of course. So good range of motion all around on the top. Let's see what the bottom has. Let's kick out to the sides that far, so very far. Very good range of motion. Kicks to the front that far. Kicks to the back a little bit. Pretty decent range. Upper thigh cut. Double joint knees that bend in that far. Hindered by a little bit only by the pants design. Boot cut, ankle pivot, as well as up and down motion. So yeah, you get a nice little range of motion with this figure. Very impressed. For the price point of, I think I paid maybe $22 for this guy on Hasbro Pulse. No, $22 on Amazon. That's where I got this guy from. Not a bad value. Definitely appreciate him. As far as my G.I. Joe collection goes, I definitely see myself building a much bigger G.I. Joe collection based off the quality of these guys that have been coming out. But yeah, definitely worth the pickup. Highly recommend this, guys. If you are into G.I. Joe 6-inch series, classified series, go ahead and scoop this guy. Get him while he's hot. But yeah, as always, guys, appreciate you guys stopping by. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts, and I'll be back with more reviews of the G.I. Joe classified series, Marvel Legends, and McFarlane series as well. And I'll be working on getting into the Transformers here in a little bit. Alright? Appreciate you guys stopping by. Later.